This is the Lake Arrowhead Real Estate Market Report for April of 2023 in Lake Arrowhead Woods. So from last month, the month of March, our sales price was $900,000, and then this month of April is $863,000. So there was a slight decrease, and that's really because we're at the end of the winter season, heading into spring. This is typically the slow time in Lake Arrowhead, so we usually have a slowdown in transactions. High-end homes aren't selling quite as much during this slow period, but what we do start to see is the inventory start increasing. So we get the bulk of our listings put on the market from April to about early June. And the reason why the prices might have decreased was that we had very few sales last month, basically from the snowstorms. We had a record snowfall in Lake Arrowhead. We have about 7 to 8 feet of snow, which pretty much put the real estate industry up here on hold. So all of those new listings didn't get posted, and then a lot of those sales did not get closed or pushed back until people could come up the mountain. So that was a kind of a slowdown that we saw, and as we head out of the seasonal slowdown next month in May, we can look forward to a lot of new listings, a lot of new transactions, and really our real estate market picks up in the summer. So we had about 10 new listings for the month of April, or from the month of March. The average 30-year fixed rate mortgage right now went up about 6.5% last month, and then now it's at 6.54% right now. So that's about a 4% increase from last month, so a slight increase. And that is kind of, we've had about a 3-4 month decrease trend, and then this is the first month in 4 months that the interest rates have actually increased. So we're hoping that it stays relatively stable and we don't see that to continue to increase. The Federal Reserve has mentioned that they would increase the rates by about this time of the year. So going into the future, I don't think that they need to increase them very much, due to the fact that the inflation rate has been decreasing pretty rapidly. So average days on market right now, it takes about 58 days in the month of March for a home to sell, and last month it was taking about 86 days on market. So regardless of how much the snow slowed down our real estate market, homes are selling almost more than a dozen days faster. So with the delays caused by weather, we can likely see an increase in time for the month of April too, since those homes that waited 3-4 weeks to have any sort of activity on them are going to have that added to the days on market. So right now the listing inventory in Lake Arrowhead is at 115. We usually see that number around this time during the market. And then as we head into this spring, like I mentioned, the inventory is going to increase. Hopefully we don't get a flood of listings and they come in kind of a trickle, and it also matches the buyer demand as that increases in the spring and summer as well. So hopefully we don't get a flood of listings. So the next question you might be asking, a lot of people have considered, okay, with the record snowfall, are people going to be emotional and really want to sell their home at a more rapid pace this spring and summer? And from my experience, I think that there's going to definitely be some people that are motivated to move, and those people are people that were already wanting to sell and that have been just kind of pushed over the line and encouraged more by the snowfall to move. And then also just anybody that was kind of iffy that wanted to sell this year, should I sell, should I not? The snowfall might have, that might have been the final straw for them, and they said, you know what, I'm done with kind of taking care of properties in the snow, and I want to do the work, so that they might be leaving. So I don't think that we're going to see a flood of people coming onto the market, but I do think that we will have a little bit of a tailwind with people wanting to sell their homes. And really all that means is that buyers are going to be able to take advantage of the more inventory on the market. So right now, since the listing inventory is pretty short, there's not a lot of options for buyers to go out and find their dream home or the house that fits their criteria. So over the past probably 12 months or actually 18 months since the inventory's been so low, buyers have been waiting and waiting and been really patient, especially when interest rates went up. There's a lot of buyers that would be buying in Lake Arrowhead, but the market conditions haven't really provided them that opportunity. So if we do see an increase in inventory this spring and summer, even more than normal, we're going to have a flood of actually buyers coming to buy those listings. And I think it's going to really balance out the supply and demand in Lake Arrowhead. So I don't believe we'll see a flood, but I do think there'll be a slightly larger number of people selling this month in the next few months. So that is the month of April 2023 Lake Arrowhead Real Estate Market Report for Lake Arrowhead Woods. If you have any questions about any statistics or how the market's doing, if you're considering buying or selling a home, just reach out to me directly. Description, you can call me directly at 909-273-3355. I'm happy to answer any of your questions and or help you and give you consultation about your home in Lake Arrowhead. But other than that, I will see you in the next video.